Hi, Twister here, bass player from the Reckless Empire. Today I'm going to talk to you about using MIDI over Bluetooth with a IK Media iRig BlueBoard to control BandHelper. This is the first in a series of videos where I'm going to cover how to use MIDI to control a bunch of your gear. Check out our channel, look for the updates, subscribe and you'll be notified. Check out for the other videos we've got and some of the music. Let's get to it. Here at Reckless Empire, we've been using BandHelper for a couple of years now to capture our set lists. We include our backlog of cover material, our original songs, and build up a set list for live play. We use it live on iPhone, iPad, and some Android phones. There's also a web browser version that allows you to edit it or add songs and etc. from your computer, which makes it easier when you're trying to add new content than using it on the iPad. Opening up BandHelper, we get to select Reckless Empire and we show the repertoire. Here's the key features that I use on the iPad. Predominantly set. You can see the way I have it configured. The left side of the screen shows the next song in the list, and then the right hand shows a mix of the chords and words. So going through next song, next song, next song, previous song, etc. Some of the other features that are available in the application that I use but not for live is the schedule. So we can add events to the calendar. So capture a gig, when it was, who turned up, etc. Contacts, so this allows me to capture venue details or band member details. Finance, we can use that to identify who paid for something, who didn't pay for something, how much we're owed from a venue, etc. And then the settings. Under repertoire, you can choose your set list or some of the layouts. If I go into songs, it shows a list of all the songs we've got. So if I look at, for example, All My Loving by the Beatles, you can show some key song information. I've got what key it's in, chords, lyrics. So there's the chords. There's some notes about how the chorus structure goes. And we include the lyrics. I'm going to Go My Way by Lenny Kravitz. Lyrics, chords, etc., etc. Under set lists, here's the list of sets you've got. We've got a couple for different ones. Here's our original set. Again, this is set up for me to use live. I can sync this with the other guys in the band so that as one person changes it, everybody changes to the next song, or you can have it individually. BandHelper also allows you to use an external control like a Midi pedal to change some of the features such as up and down, pick a song, etc. So let's have a look at how we do that with the BlueBoard. I recently picked up this IK Multimedia iRig BlueBoard for use with Amplitude on my phone and or iPad when I'm practicing with Amplitude. As I hate using cables and cords around my feet on live stage, I thought maybe this was a good way of also being able to integrate with BandHelper to be able to change set lists or songs within the set without having to have some other cabled device around. The device is 4-pedal MIDI board. It uses Bluetooth to transmit MIDI messages to the iPad or the iPhone. It can connect to a Mac or an iOS device, and it controls the applications, which we'll show you with BandHelper in a minute. It's completely wireless. It has an on-off button, takes some batteries, but other than that, it also allows for connectivity to some external controllers. It has 4 modes. The current firmware allows you to boot into 3 different modes. Mode A is the native, and that allows you to connect via MIDI and as an application on the iPad that allows you to control the device and have it talk to other applications. If you boot into B, then you can start sending MIDI note signals. And if you go to C, that allows for MIDI control signals to go through. For BandHelper, we're going to be booting into mode B, which allows you to send MIDI notes. We're going to be sending MIDI notes for C, D, E, and F to BandHelper. Let's have a look at how that works. First of all, we're going to turn that into the B mode, which allows us to go into the note mode. So I'm going to hold that button down. I'm going to turn on the button on the device as I go through, and that will now boot it into B mode. So now I'm going to pair it with the application, which in this case is BandHelper. So on BandHelper, I've opened BandHelper. I'm going to go into settings. I'm going to go into remote control. And then under Midi input, you're going to look for BlueBoard. So I've already had mine connected. So it comes up, I click select. Make sure that the Midi channel itself is on channel 1. And we select momentary instead of latch. So it should be on momentary. Then what I'm going to do is go down to pick the action that I want to deliver. So under the actions, I'm going to select, I want the next song to be button B and the previous song to be button A to match the up and down arrows. Here I'm going to say, I'm going to clear this out from where I've had it before. Previous song will be button A, so I'm going to go to MIDI note messages and I'm going to scroll all the way to 60. Save that. And then previous song, that needs to be D, which is going to be MIDI note message 62. The trick for young players is that going from C to D, there's a sharp. Therefore, it's not 61, it's 62. And I save that. Under settings, I'm also going to look at the appearance. I'm going to show here where it says Midi. I'm going to allow it to show Midi, which allows it to show the signal up in the top here. If I select that Midi icon at the top, I can see that I can connect to a Bluetooth device. Okay, now it's connected. Once that's connected, I can select done and I can close that Midi section, and then I can go to the repertoire. So let's pick this set. Now, in theory, when I press these buttons, B should take me to the next song, the next song, and A should take me to the previous song, previous song, previous song. Well, that worked. How cool is that? That now gives me the ability to wirelessly control BandHelper up and down. If there are any of the other actions that you wanted to set, you can allocate those to the other pedal boards in the same way. Well, thanks for taking the time to watch that quick video. Hopefully that's been helpful in showing you how to set up a MIDI device using your iPad to run some applications, in this case BandHelper. Always happy to hear constructive feedback and hear how you might be using it differently or other controllers. As I mentioned before, there's going to be more videos on MIDI over Bluetooth using an iPad to control some other gear, and we do a range of videos on gear and tones, as well as some videos on our original and some cover music. So check out the channel, subscribe, stay reckless.